Good morning, first cast and a perch on the bank. I'm enjoying May very much indeed. It's my first month of being a part-time worker, and it's always quiet as well at the New Saints because the players are off. It's the 1 month of the year that they get off. It is an 11-month season, so consequently you don't get a lot of media stuff going on. And there is a new media officer in place right now. First couple of weeks he was on annual leave, so I did cover for that period anyway, and it wasn't busy as I've said. But now I'm actually on annual leave myself, so the last couple of weeks of May, that's for me to do plenty of fishing. However, once we hit June, I'll still be doing plenty of fishing, so nothing will change on that front. I've just had a hook pull on a big perch. The first one, by the way, was just in the margins. There's lots of lilies and underwater vegetation coming through now, but there are gaps in between, and I'm dropping a bait in there to start with. Got that fish first cast. Second one, I just had a nice perch. Unfortunately though, that disconnected. So size 14, Drennan, super specialist. And if you are interested in the tackle that I'm using, well, as I often say, I list all that in the blog entry that this video will be part of on my website. The disturbance of a lost fish didn't affect the others, because a minute or so later I've just got this one on the bank. I'll tell you what, I need to move out there because there's a little bit of sunlight coming on the fish. I'll move anyway to get a better shot for the lead image. Assuming this is the biggest fish that I catch, of course. Might get one bigger, and that's the plan, as always. It's very bright and sunny there behind me. I can see myself on the screen. I look very faded, but that's okay. I've just caught another perch, and I'm continuing to fish in the very shallow water. It's gone quiet because I've just had someone come and stand right by me, standing up, looking down into the water where I'm fishing, and it's very clear, so naturally that spooked the fish. It's all about watercraft, isn't it? For us as anglers, stay back from the water's edge, keep low, you know what's going on out there, keep your eye on the float, and let the fish do the rest. Hopefully they'll return. I do have a few patches of open space to my left, so I might drop a bait in there in the meantime. Plus, I've got time to drink some tea. I've had to start casting further out because the perch haven't come back, and there you have the first roach of the session. Not sure how well that's coming out because it is quite sunny behind me. There you go, that's okay. Can you believe it? Just as I started to get amongst the fish again, someone else came and started to talk to me, and because the sun's well up now, behind me there was a big shadow cast right across the water, and he was quite demonstrative with his hands, telling me about the fish that he's caught and all that sort of stuff, and you could see all the movement on the water. I think watercraft is so important for us as anglers. It covers so many different aspects of fishing, and one of them is blend yourself in as much as possible with the bank that you're on, whether it's the undergrowth that you're in and you're fishing in the margins, or even if you're fishing a little bit further out. Fish are very sensitive to noise, so don't bang things around on the bank. Put things down nice and gently. Be very careful when you make sudden movements, or even the voice that's raised, and if you've got two people in adjoining swims shouting at each other across the water, it's not always conducive to a good day's fishing. Fortunately I do fish a lot, so it hasn't spoilt my week, but nevertheless I was getting into those perch just down there in front of me. I can see down there, but because I'm blended in they can't see me. However, I've got another maybe 20-25 minutes to go, and that'll be today's session over and out. At least I have caught anyway. The perch did return and I just hooked into a nice fish. I saw it actually, took me into the vegetation slightly. I teased it out, but then the hook parted. At least that's an encouraging sign for the last 10 minutes or so. Final fish to close with. This blog entry is all about Watercraft. Not complaining about other anglers that come talking to me. It's quite nice, I don't mind that at all. But it's just for ourselves and to think about our fishing and give ourselves the edge when we can, especially with the margins, so important. It's a little bit different when you're casting out maybe 20, 30, 40 yards in deeper water, but the margins, shallow water, so important. Watercraft.